Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So my initial goal was to do a must-have mods episode on RDC Tweak, but it seems this mod is no longer available on Nexus, or at least I can't find it. There's a bunch of RDC mods on the Nexus, and there is a new mod that recently got added called RDC Tweaker, which does not seem like the same mod at all from the looks of it when I looked at it. So I don't know if I'm just tripping or if I'm having an issue or whatever, but for the time being, I have combed through the website and I cannot find the original RDC Tweak mod. So I don't know what happened with it. If you can find it, shoot me a link and I'll make a video on it as soon as possible. But I mean, I looked. I looked the best I can and I didn't really see it. So what we're going to be covering today is going to be not necessarily a must-have mod by default, but we're going to be exploring whether or not this mod is actually worth checking out to begin with. And I went on ahead and downloaded it. We talked about it before because this mod was up on the website and then it managed to disappear temporarily also, but now it's back, I guess. So market always open. Now, my mindset when I saw this mod was that it was going to be a mod that allowed your store to be open 24/7, which means it never closed. So like customers would show up all the time. That is not, in fact, what this mod does. What it does is it keeps the status of your store as open at all times. So that way you can always buy product anytime you want. So even after 9 p.m. when your store is closed, you don't get that message that says your store is closed. You have to wait until the morning to buy stuff. And, you know, that's kind of useful. I mean, there are a lot of times where it's nighttime and I do want to buy stuff. Maybe there are people still in the store and you want to still purchase things. Very useful under those situations. But honestly, I mean, you can just wait until the morning to buy stuff in most circumstances. Like, it's usually not that serious. So after doing some testing, we ran through an entire day because I was curious if the customers were just going to keep constantly coming or whatever. And that didn't happen. They showed up like they normally do, and then they left like they usually do. And once you were done, you were done. You could close the store for the night and open it back up, and there you go. Same as usual. So I got a little excited because I've had an idea for a type of playthrough I can do with this. Any modders out there, if you're a modder and you have been watching my channel for a while and you feel like working on a project, how about making a mod that cycles through a 24-hour cycle in the game and has a day and night cycle in the game. So it like goes through, you start off in the morning and time starts progressing as soon as you show up. And the only time you have to open the store is that first time you hit open. Like that very first time you hit open, from that very first moment you hit the open button, your store is now open 24/7. The clock goes on a 24-hour cycle, and like you have, and it cycles through the day and night naturally in the game. You never get that that screen that gives you kind of a final, you know, tally of what your stuff was for the day. You just kind of cycle through normally. And at a specific time each day, there can be the usual price change to maybe alleviate the fact that you don't like hit the button to cycle it out again. So like, I don't know, maybe like I forgot what time it is when you first open your store, but every time the clock strikes that time, then the little price change indicator will come up to let you know that prices have changed and stuff. Like, I know this is like a crazy thing. This is like an insane overtaking, or you know, maybe just like a big project that I'm talking about. But having a 24-hour kind of mod in this game that fundamentally changes the game and makes your store a 24-hour store, I think that's cool as hell. I think that's really interesting, and I also think that makes for interesting live streams. That'll make for interesting video content. A lot of big creators are probably going to latch on to this because it fundamentally changes the game and makes it interesting. This will most likely interfere with a lot of different aspects of the game because shifting from one day to the next is a huge mechanic in the game and it affects a lot of things. But if you could somehow make this work as a full-on 24-hour store mod and you take everything into account with the fact that the price changes and there's so many things to like actually think about in regards to this and how it could affect the game. But I mean, if somebody out there can make it work, I think it would be really cool. So, is this a must-have mod? Nah, it's more of a personal preference thing, honestly. If the not being able to buy things at night annoys you that much that you want this mod, then so be it. But otherwise, I don't even think it's necessary at all. So, there you go. That's my mod showcase for this mod in particular. As I said before, if you can find the original page for the RDC tweak, send me a link or something because I can't find it for some reason, and then I will cover that one as soon as I can. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon.